All it took was a pandemic and making us stay at home. No soccer, no other extracurricular activities. I mean, Wow, we are productive.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to Life on Beagle Road. Now, we talked the other day about trying to get our boxes filled. So what we've been doing to get these filled is we're putting in, a layer of sticks and straw and leaves and, kind of that organic stuff that can break down over time. That's going in the bottom layer. It all gets pushed down by the next layer, which is our compost. And that stuff is, quality stuff.
Then kind of drag it down and spread it out across that box, okay? Okay. I've been keeping my alpaca and goat compost separate from my chicken compost. That way I can use that goat and alpaca compost even if it hasn't totally broken down. I wait at least 6 months to make sure that anything like E. coli has died off, but I can use it a lot sooner than I would any of the compost from the chickens. Chicken poop is a hot fertilizer. You can't put it directly on your garden. It will burn the plants because there are way too many nutrients. Alpaca and goat compost is not hot. It's a cold fertilizer, ready to use, and you can even dry it. If there's a farm near you, particularly alpaca farms, because alpacas tend to poop in one place, they will oftentimes dry the alpaca poop and you can put it right into your garden. Fun fact. All right, take a rake across there and spread that out. Isn't that crazy also that alpacas poop in a pile? Like,
all the work's done for you.
Yeah, unlike goats who will do it everywhere, all the time.
Alpaca poop man.
I mean, look at these beds, folks. Look at that stuff. It's amazing. Woo! All that is gonna break down underneath our soil, feed our plants. Good stuff. Once we got that layer of compost in there, then it was time to get in our harvested dirt. And we talked about that the other day. We've been trying to get dirt from all over our property. We got it from the old buck area. We got it from the alpaca area. We got it from the doe area. And I am happy to say that we are looking pretty good in terms of getting these boxes filled. What'd you do, get it stuck?
Yeah.
One other thing that we did in order to prepare for this undertaking was to make a soil sifter. Robbie actually helped me make it. He did most of it. We just took some framed wood fencing stuff from the old kidding stalls, put some hardware cloth on it, threw it on top of the beds, so that way we could throw the soil on top, rub it, break it all up, get some real nice fine dirt. So that's pretty fantastic.
Well, I did most of my job, but I just have this little pile right here to do. This is like a cheese grater or something, and the next pile is coming up.
Next pile's coming?
Yeah, so I just have to wait right here and just relax. We just have to gather this up into a big pile and then push it to the side so we can do the next layer. Here comes the next layer, and all we have to do is just rub it in like this.
Here's what we're left with. We're about 50-50 rocks and tiny pieces of hard dirt here. So I'm trying to figure out which is which. I think I'm just gonna dump the rest of this into a bucket and use it in the bottom of another bed. I don't care if this stuff is in the bottom, I just don't want it on the top when I'm transplanting my seedlings or trying to get a seed to germinate.
I want to quickly show you what the dirt is like when we put it through the grater here. It's a little bit of work. You know, everything on a homestead's work, so I'm not gonna cry about it, especially when it looks like this. I mean, come on, that is beautiful stuff. Dare I say, loamy. Let's look at the difference between a bed that wasn't sifted and a bed that was. This one here was just straight dirt thrown in, no sifting. Nothing wrong with it. All that stuff will break down. And then this is a bed that was. Now again, we've got pretty much the same soil that's in this unsifted bed that's in the sifted bed, only it's underneath all the stuff that's been sifted. So we're gonna get all of the benefits of the unsifted soil, except with the sifted stuff that we put on top, it allows the seedlings' delicate roots to sort of find their way before they get into that thicker, tougher stuff. Theoretically, should be fantastic. But this homesteading stuff is all about experimentation, learning, and just figuring out what works for you. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna figure out, does this work for us? Are we wasting our time? I don't know. I can tell you this, I do like it and it's enjoyable. So for what it's worth, I like it. I'm gonna put the potato growing boxes in our new garden area and see how they do down here. I used to have them at the top of the hill next to our driveway and they did fairly well there. I wanna try something different, and that way we can keep everything in the same location versus kind of running around all over the place. So yes, I'm still gonna have some pots, some different places, like some bucket planters, but I want to just experiment and see how they do down here. Another thing I'm doing, which is a little bit of overdoing and maybe too meticulous, but I'm making sure that there is a 3-foot walkway between every single bed and the fence. I've been using this, which is a landscape rake, and is actually 3 feet to make my measurements, and it's been working out pretty well. I'm just quite particular about things. I mean, I am a bit of a craftsman, folks, so does it surprise you that I would make sure that everything is precisely placed in this garden area? I didn't think so. Back behind me, I've got all kinds of daffodils planted that used to be here for other reasons, but now they're in the garden. And as much as I like to grow daffodils, they're not in the right spot for our garden. So I've been digging them up. We're gonna plant them probably out around the garden and pretty much everywhere else in the property because there are literally hundreds of them. What exactly are you doing to help this situation, young lady? Huh? Just taking in the sun? This is not where you get to sleep. This is my garden bed, not my cat bed.
Everywhere is a cat bed.
Q, that's exactly why we have a fence, because I don't want you in here digging holes, attacking cats, eating my veggies. You gotta stay away from my peppers and green beans, fool. I see you sniffing.
He just smells alpaca poop.
True. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, leaf mulch. A long time ago, we bought like a 3-inch chipper or something like that, and it was terrible at chipping branches. Like it was the worst. And I was about to just say, this thing's junk, let's sell it. And then I used the leaf vacuum that came with it, and it just changed our lives. One, I didn't have to sweep up the leaves anymore. I could just suck them up the vacuum. And two, it creates leaf mulch. Check this stuff out. This is leaf mulch. Look at that. Leaf mulch is great because it breaks down very quickly, for one, and two, provides all kinds of nutrients. If you let it sit, it creates a mold that's beneficial to the soil and the plant. One of our major uses for leaf mulch is actually just to mulch our flower beds and around the house. It is an excellent weed suppression. The areas that we put this in, we didn't get any weeds that entire season. We could put regular mulch in, and I'm definitely gonna get a few weeds here and there, but this stuff was fantastic. Now granted, I put it on pretty thick because I didn't know, but it was great.
Someone asked why I started peas when they grow so quickly and they will germinate outside at this time of year in our zone. And the reason is because the garden wasn't done. I planted some in our green stalk vertical planter, and I started some in these little gizmos too because I wanted to put some down here in the beds. Our kids love peas. We all love peas, and I want to make sure that we've got enough to freeze. And might even try my hand at drying some. I also tried to plant things at intervals also, so that the fresh stuff that we are eating, we're getting at different times. And honestly, I can't can and freeze everything at once either. There are only so many hours in the day. I still have a full-time job, and also apparently I'm a homeschool teacher now too. So, timing is everything. I'm gonna go get my Swiss chard as well and transplant that out to here. Again, Swiss chard is something that I could have started and did start in the green stalk outside, but wanted to have some for the garden as well. I love Swiss chard, and everybody in the family seems on board with eating more of it this year, so I'm trying to have a lot of it before it gets hot. If you can't have a big bed like this or a big spread out garden, check out the green stalks. They really are amazing. Like, I can't imagine a time where I don't have those in addition to my garden, because they're super easy and they're pretty too. We'll leave a link in the description. If you follow that, we do have a $10 off coupon if you are interested.
I am planting cabbage. I have one more. Yep, that's cabbage. There needs to be like one more hole right in here. Take off the top, put it in, pack the dirt, and make sure the little part still sticks out.
We now have 3 beds completely full. 1 3/4 are planted. So we're
doing
moving.
okay, yeah.
We're moving.
We are literally leaps and bounds further than we've ever been in the past.
Totally. All it took was a pandemic and making us stay at home. No soccer, no other extracurricular activities. I mean,
Yeah.
Wow, we are productive when we're not running in 87 different
A
directions.
spring without soccer.
Woo!
I can't believe what I've accomplished.
Seriously. Or how much wine I drink.
All right, well, we're gonna wrap this up. We are gonna keep at it, so please stay tuned. See how our garden grows. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe, comment below, because we absolutely love your comments. We try to stay ahead of them and answer every single one that we get, no matter what.
We're not always amazing at answering all of them, but I'll tell you
I'm
what.
saying we try to be amazing.
We
at
do
answering all of them.
read every single one of
Yes,
them,
we
and
do
I
read
love
every
it.
one of them.
I do. I love it.
So, yeah. Take care, folks.
All it took was a pandemic and us being literally
Literally
made to stay there. Literally aluminium.
We are literally planting aluminium.
Aluminium.